So they are not in alphabetical order. Now you guys help me out real quick. How could you, because what's the next thing over going to be, considering my formula, and this is a sample here, obviously, right? This is just the first 8 people. Now, in general, that would be a bad sample to take. That might be seen as a convenient sample, but here I could be doing a study, like I said, on the very early in the alphabet people versus the very late. So that would be perfect, right? There'd be nothing wrong with that. What do I need to find before I can start taking this? What do I want to put here next? Yeah, because the whole idea is how I want to get an average distance from the center. And the center we're accepting to be the mean now. So I want to see how far away each one is from the mean. So before I can do that, of course, I need to know the mean, right? So first off, let's put this data in. Okay. So you see if that's, if I remember the long way to get this. Yeah, here we go. Sorry. So once you get the data in, one quick way to get the mean, because I know we can all add them up and divide by how many there are. But if you go to list, see right above stat, see where it says list? Right there? It's second stat. And I think we've done this once before. Go to math. I'm going to do all this kind of math on it. Is everybody there with me? Second stat to get into list. Go over to math and see, I want to get the mean, don't I? So number 3. Oh crap. And of course, first get out of your list, my bad. And second quick, get to the nice blank screen. You don't want to input the average into your list. Then go back to second stat, math.
Wait, how do you get out?
It's second quit. That's the most awesome little button. Mode, second mode, that gets you to quit. That brings you back to the home screen. So go to second stat, math, number 3. We're actually not going to do it this way later, but I'm just trying to avoid showing you too much right now. All right? And I want the average of which list? Obviously, the only list I got, list 1. The average of second 1 to get list 1. All right, there you go. That's nice. We can handle that. How are we doing so far? All right. So now I can go back into my list and go back to stats. So write down 87.75. That's our average. Now go back into your list. And now I can say go up to L2. See, I want to highlight L2 because I want to put something in the whole list, not just in a piece of the list. What do I want to let L2 equal? You told me you want it to be this.
X minus
These are where?
L1.
L1. So I want it to be L1 minus the mean. How we do it?
How do you get to the list again? Yeah, how do we get
Stat, edit. So it's stat, number 1, edit. That's all right. I mean, you got to get used to this. Now go up to L2. And I want it to be my x's minus the mean. Where are my x's? In L1. So I want L2 to be L1 minus the mean, 87.75. L2 equals L1 minus the mean.
You have to put it in parentheses?
No.
How are you getting the L1 to show us?
Second 1, because my L1 is above my 1 button.
And then what do you have? After the L1, right?
Minus.
Oh.
But you have to do that in your, you have to do it in that.
So let me get out of there again.
Can you do that?
Sure. Well, we put all the data in. We got the average. Cool.
Put it in your file.
We got the average. Okay, so now I just got to go over to L2 I want the second list to be this. Where are my x's in L1? Where's L1? Above 1. So I'm going to hit what I call my shift key, second 1 for L1. All my x's minus the mean.
But you have to do it in the list.
You have to do it in this one.
Oh, are you in the list?
You have to do it in there.
Okay, so where are you?
Now, go up to L2.
L1.
You want L2 to then be L1 minus the mean. L1 is
Oh, okay.
And then you know how to do the L2 part?
So if you go up to L1, and then hit clear. There.
No, no.
Maybe. Yep.
I don't have that list, unfortunately. No, I have to put everything in
Oh,
I will go through
All right.
Oh.
Oh, that's the same thing.
7, 5.
Yeah.
am I doing the back?
Whoa.
Yeah. No, I'll do the back.
See how it's a 6 and a 13, so what you're talking about.
You're not gonna do really good, nobody else.
It should be a 5, so it's kind of tough. It's only really early morning that you notice. Maybe. Oh, I see. You're trying to put that whole list in one spot. Then you get this error. So you need to put that list in that list. L2, the whole list. L1 minus.
Oh, that's why.
I'm just gonna work it. All right, guys, how we doing? So a few of you guys just got to catch up a little bit, but what should I get if I added up all this stuff in L2?
0.
0. So let's second mode quit. Second stat to get back up here, right? Because then I can go to math. Sum number 5. So let me do that again. Second quit to get out of your list. Go to second stat to get up in the lists. Go to math, and I can do the sum number 5. Sum of L2 should be 0, and it's 0. Thank God. So it's a little check to make sure I'm on the right track. If you round anything off, it should be close to 0. It doesn't necessarily have to be 0 then. Should be within like 0.5 of 0. If it's -2, you round it way too much. So go back to your list. What's my next list going to be? What's my next column going to be? L3, that's right. But what do I want to be in it?
L2 minus.
What we yeah. Don't I want to square these differences now? They added to 0. That's not very helpful. I'm going to square them to kill the negatives. So where are my x minus x bars? They're in L2. And I want those squared, so I just have to make L3 equal to L2 squared. Right? You guys see that? So if we go over to L3, over and up, these suck because some of them are negative, so they cancel out to 0. So I want to go to L3 and let it be L2, second 2, for L2 squared. Right there is my square button, right? L3 equals L2 squared. Do it again. So go over and up to L3. Second 2 for L2. I want to square these things, just L2 squared. Bam. That's what you would copy down on your paper on the test when they ask you, show me the tables for standard deviation calculation. You would just fill that in, right? I'm obviously not going to give you a list of 80, because then that gets to be just busy work, not anything else. Yeah.
You definitely want us to just go ahead and copy those down on the paper so you know.
Yep. Because then I can see where mistakes might have happened or something else.
You hit L2 squared,
Yep.
get the answer.
Oh, yeah. Then hit enter. You should get these numbers here, 33.0, blah, blah, 22.
So for our test, we can have a sheet of paper, is it just for exam or not at all?
For any test, you can have a formula sheet, and we'll talk about exactly what's allowed. Because you're going to turn it in with a test, and if anything's on there that shouldn't have been on there, you'll lose points.
Okay.
Yep.
So does the sum of L3 equal anything? You know, we need to know. Would the sum of L3 equal anything?
I don't know, it's a good question. What do I do with L3? Now that we've got it, what the hell? Why did we get it?
What are we trying to find?
That's a good question. We're trying to find the standard deviation. What does the standard deviation require me to do? It requires me to add these up and divide by one less than how many there are. Do we have these?
Yes.
Are you guys with me? Do we have these?
Yes.
Where are they?
L3.
So I want to add L3, and whatever that number is, it goes here. Now, just a second ago, we added a list. How do I add up stuff in the list? I want to add up L3, right? Isn't this what this says? What does this symbol here say?
Add.
Add or sum. I want to sum up these. Where are these? L3. If I add the numbers in L3, that's exactly what this means. How you guys doing? So basically, if you have a formula, just cover the summation symbol and make sure you get a column of these. Because then you just add those stupid numbers up and throw it in. That's how to look at this kind of formula. Sum these up. I can't add them until I got them. I got them. I can add them.
I'm gonna get some.
Right? How do I sum up L3?
So you do the math and.
Good. So get out of here. Second mode to quit. Get back to the nice home screen. Here's a cool thing. See how the last thing up on my screen is sum? Watch this. It's kind of cool. Hit second enter. That brings up the last thing I did. I can just go back and put in, instead of L2, I can go back and put in L3. Right? I don't have to go all the way back through the whole list crap. Right?
I have a question. How did you get to that part? How you have it set up?
Second mode. It always brings me back to the blank, to the home screen. The calculation.
How did you get the mean L1, sum L2, sum L3?
That's stuff that I did earlier.
I came in late.
Oh, okay. We did that earlier. Yeah. So if you didn't have that, you go to, watch this. You go to second stat, over to math, and then you can get the sum here, right? And then you can put in your L3. How you guys doing? You got that number there? Who said no? It's a good time to speak up. Oh, and then here, so here you want to, yeah, that's right, that's right. Now here you want to square L2, right? No, you can override it. It's second 2. Square. Okay. There you go. Good. Now it goes second row, switch. Then you go to stack to add up. Second stack. Okay. So,
You said that there is no like symbol or anything for L3, right? You just write sum.
yeah, this is the symbol for L3, right there. That's what L3 represents. And that's why I know from the formula, I've got to add those up. So where do I put the 253.5? Beautiful. That's what this is. So, and somebody remind me, what is this symbol?
Standard deviation.
No? Variance. Variance of a sample. So I've got my sum of my squared distances.